welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. I hope you had a great day. So in this session, I'm very excited about it because we are going to be learning about setting boundaries, right? When you have healthy boundaries, it means that you love and you respect yourself, right? So if you really want to evaluate if your level of self-love, you want to look at your relationships. You want to look at how other people treat you, right? So are you treated with love and respect? If you don't, it's fine, because right now we're going to go through how exactly you can start to establish better boundaries, right? Our first step in setting healthy boundaries, first you want to start to spend some time alone, spend some time by yourself, be in your own sovereignty, be in your own energy, right? Because when you're constantly around different people, it means that their energy is constantly in yours, right? But when you're by yourself, you can begin to feel your own energy, you can begin to build your own energy, right? And when you build your energy, you begin to realize who you are, what you came here to do, because you're doing a lot of self-reflection, a lot of self-analysis. You're looking back at your life, you're healing, you're doing different healing techniques, you're doing mirror work, right? You begin to build your energy and build who you really are. Then you want to protect your energy, right? You want to learn how to don't be so accessible to everything and don't be so accessible to everyone, right? You want to pick where you want to go, and you want to pick where you want to use your energy, because your energy is very precious. You begin to realize how precious it is, and you have to be very strategic in where you share that, right? And we do that by not being afraid to say no. Say no, right? We're so afraid of saying no, like just say no. you know and I mean, before my this journey, I was there too, not knowing how to say no, because it's like you wonder if you say no, if they will still like you, right? But when you love yourself, you don't care if they don't like you after that, because who cares? You already love yourself. You don't need them to love you, right? So be okay with saying no. That's a big one, right? So then we want to know what we deserve, right? When you know what you deserve, then you can plant, your foot down and say, this is what I deserve, and I accept nothing else, and I accept nothing less, right? So remember when we said before, the first thing I said, you have to spend some time alone. So when you're spending time alone, you begin to realize what you really want out of this life, right? What you want out of your relationships, what you want out of your life itself. What are the feelings that you want to feel, what do you want to experience? So during that time, you begin to realize those things, and then you can say, I'm not accepting anything less than that. That is what I deserve, and that is what I need to have. And if you cannot give that to me, then you can leave. You should leave. You know what I mean? You should cut those people off, like, who can't give you what you want, who can't give you what you deserve. They don't deserve to be in your life, right? So remove them and make room for the people that can be in that energy and give you what you deserve. So when you know what you deserve, it's also easier for you to say no, because if something is coming to you and you're like, I don't want that, I don't deserve that, because you spend your time alone and you don't deserve it, so it's easy for you to say no, right? So it also goes back to the knowing, and it also goes back to being by yourself, being in your own sovereignty, and getting to know yourself, getting to know what you want, right? So you know what you deserve, right? So the next thing, you want to ask for what you want, right? They say ask and it is given, right? So you ask, you allow yourself to receive, be a vessel to receive, and it is given, right? So let's not be afraid anymore of asking for what we want. When we want to manifest things, we want to manifest self-love, we want to manifest abundance, we have to ask. We have to ask for it. We have to say, this is what I want, right? And we have to be very assertive and very clear, right? Very concise, and say, this is what I want, and I'm accepting nothing less, and I'm not going to stop until I have it, right? So ask what you want. And so the next thing we want to look at is, you know, don't apologize. Stop apologizing. Stop giving long explanations, right? When you're assertive, you know what you want, you state yourself, right? Or you show up as who you are, as what you want, right? And that's it. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You don't need to explain that to anybody. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone, right? So yeah, and that will lead me to saying, don't be a people pleaser, right? The only person you have to please is yourself, right? You're putting in this journey, we're putting ourselves first, right? We are pleasing ourselves, right? The most important relationships we have, the most important relationship that we will ever have is the one that we have with ourselves, right? Remember, we are here and we are experiencing this earth, right? We're not out there experiencing it here. No, we're here and we're experiencing it this way, right? So first is here we have to take care of. The vessel that you're in, you have to take care of, right? So please yourself, fill yourself up, please yourself, right? Don't make your goal, right, to please others. Put yourself first always. Put yourself first, right? And for example, a beautiful example of that is on an airplane. They tell you that if the oxygen mask falls, that you should put on a mask for yourself first and then attend to anybody else. And they tell you, make sure of that, right? Put on your mask first. Protect yourself, you know what I mean? See about yourself first. Please yourself first. Then you can go out and you can be of value. Then you can do whatever. But don't prioritize people over yourself, because it will eat away at yourself. It will eat away at your self-esteem, and we don't want that. We're building ourselves up, right? Another thing is leaving toxic people out. Cutting toxic people out of your life, you know. It may be hard because maybe you have like certain trauma bonds with them. And when I say trauma bonds, I mean that the things that you've been through in your past, remember, we're healing, right? It's not like boom, we're healed. No, we're healing from that. So you've been through things in your past, and because you're broken in that way, right, in your adult life, you begin to make decisions in that broken way. You begin to live your life and experience life in that broken way. So that means you attracted relationships that that with people who are also broken, and which means that it's a toxic thing. It would be a toxic relationship, or they are just toxic, or both of you all are toxic together, right? So get rid of that. Set the intention, set a goal to remove all toxic people, all toxicity. You don't need them, right? So the last thing is your values. We spoke about values, and I realized my values by doing a test online. So if you're interested in that test, let me know in the comments, and I would link it right in this video. I would link it, because when we know what our values are, we can then prioritize them, right? So it's important for us to maintain our values. Maintain your values. So if you're making a decision, right, with regards to your relationship with someone else, and you are in a spot where you don't know what to do, it's like you go back to your values. What is really, really important to me in this this situation? You go to your values, right? With that being said, I want to tell you that if you see yourself setting boundaries and people are becoming upset, the only person or people that would be upset with you setting healthy boundaries for yourself and for your self-development and for your own self-love is the people that are using you, and is the people that are benefiting from you having no boundaries and you just seeing yourself as worthless, right? They are getting some kind of advantage off of that. So keep that in mind during this process, right? So I would love if you could take a little screenshot of this and post it to social media. I would love that, and tag me so I could retag you. And what else? yeah, I just want to congratulate you for being here, and you are so worth it. You're so worthy. You deserve this time you're giving yourself, and we want to keep showing up for ourselves over and over and over, because the only person we have to prove that we anything to is to ourselves, right? So once we prove it to ourselves, it's proven. We have removed our belief, we have reprogrammed our subconscious mind, and then we can have that reality, because what we believe about ourselves is what the world believes about us, right? So that's it for this session. It was so good. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. That's about it. I would love if you could take a screenshot and tag me on social media so I could repost it. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, your night, and I love you so much. Bye.